Every time I meet one of my parents or of my siblings, my whole state of being changes. I feel extremely heavy, like my arms and legs would weigh 4 times their weight. Also, my lungs seem to get smaller. I try to avoid long meetings, but sometimes I can't avoid it. And then often I get into this carousel of old feelings and triggers. Do you have any tips for these meetings?
Hmm. Wow. Yeah. I mean, first of all, I want to like express my respect because us dealing with our family and the patterns in our energy system when we meet our family members, it's the deepest stuff that we can work on. So it's like, yes, I might enter the gym and immediately experience, oh, okay, I totally fail in this workout. Yes, but I have chosen the hardest workout out of all workouts. So still, congratulations. And so I want to honor all of us with this appreciation or these words of appreciation because I think we are way too hard with us. Like, oh my God, who am I in life if I'm collapsing in front of my father? Like, who are you? You are a daughter. That's the deepest stuff. You are a son. That's the deepest stuff. So it's almost like take pride in your failing. And then, of course, let's keep going. Um, what I feel is the biggest mistake that people do that want to work with their family trauma is they start the workout too late or they have no warm up, which in both it's like comes down to the same mistake, which is I I'm living my life. I'm experiencing that I'm doing quite well. Then I meet my family, and then hell breaks loose. And that is me having waited too long. So, in other words, if I notice, let's say, for example, it's me and I'm now in a conversation with Sonja via Zoom, but still, let's say Ilan and Sonja have a history with each other, and Sonja's presence is triggering me so much that I'm collapsing immediately that I see her at this on the screen. So then it's a very, very naive idea to say, hey, Sonja, let's set up another Zoom call in order for me to practice because I already know that my nervous system is overwhelmed the moment that I see Sonja on the screen. So it's like pushing me into a training camp that has a complete wrong setup for me when it comes to I want to succeed. I want to manage one baby step after the other. I don't want to stagnate. I don't want to be blocked. So what do I have to do? I have to work internally with my nervous system without Sonja being there. And that's the most important thing. And that is what most people try to avoid because they are so happy that their family is not around that they say, oh no, it's such a sunny day. Why should I now work with my father trauma? It seems to be so much easier to say, he's not here. I don't feel this stuff in my nervous system. So I'm better off if I'm avoiding it altogether. And the opposite is true. This is what will cost you your regulated nervous system and eventually some kind of bonding with your parents after a while. This avoidance right now, right today, is costing you something tomorrow, and you will regret tomorrow. But still, you are trying to get through with it. You are trying to get away with it today. And that's the mistake. So basically, what can you do? You can, for example, warm your body and your energy up with 5 minutes of whole body shaking. Just standing there, eyes closed, breathing through your mouth, shaking your wrists, your arms, your legs, your knees, just shaking with music, something like that. Then you stop the music and you stop the shaking. And then you recall some situations with your parents or with your siblings. Don't take the most difficult trigger. Don't take the heaviest trigger. Just take something that triggers you a little bit and just go into this one single trigger and feel how this collapse in your arms and your legs and this heaviness, etc., how this starts. Feel how it starts in your body. The most important thing here is really in your body. And then you feel it, and you feel it less than you would feel it if you would be present with your parents in this very moment. I get it. And that's the whole idea. You should feel it less than with your parents in real life, in your room. But then you release it from your nervous system by starting shaking again. And that is how your nervous system learns to kind of, okay, I'm triggered a bit. It's like my energy goes down, everything becomes heavy. Oh my God, I collapse, but I can manage my way out of that. And that is the magic key. This learning somatically in your nervous system, it can happen, it will happen, but I can manage my way out again. That's the thing that at the end of the day saves our life. It saves our aliveness and life force during our lifetime. So if you do that and you keep doing that, you will recognize you will get that with every practice that you have around the shaking, with the 3 phases of shaking and then going into the pattern and then the shaking again, you will realize that every time you are doing that, you can take on more of the trigger with your parents. It's almost like drinking all of the charge, drinking all of the stress from your nervous system and transmuting it in the 3rd phase of whole body vibration. And if you do that from there, it becomes so easy to then go to the next level and having a phone call with your parents or your siblings and then meeting them in person. And in many cases, what I experienced myself and with so many people that I worked with is it's not even like, as long as we don't do this small kind of homework, we are like, okay, now I'm meeting my parents. I'm ready to go. It's like, and then everything collapses again. Surprise. But when we are coming with this whole body shaking practice day after day after day, and then we meet our parents again, it's almost like we didn't even try to stay in our center during meeting our parents. We just stayed there. Like our nervous system is just like, yeah, I figured out that I can dissociate, that I can collapse, or that I can not dissociate and not collapse. And not dissociating and not collapsing is more fun, so I decided to do that. It's a very instinctive thing. It's just unlearning the freak out, unlearning the drama, unlearning the trigger on a very somatic and physical level. So that's the good news. If you learned it on the somatic level, you have it for eternity.
Thank you so much for being interested in global transformation. If you want to join a very special event, I have a free invitation for you. Once a month, I gather humans from all over the globe in a so-called shaking event. It's a very unique adventure where you dive into collective trauma regulation and global transformation together with humans from all over the world. So if you're curious about a physical adventure that truly goes into collective transformation, then you are welcome to join me and hundreds of other beings, and you find the link for your registration below this video.